Pocket Camp Complete has been out for about 6 months now, and I have some thoughts. Overall, my opinion on it hasn't changed. I like the consistency of the events, how it's very similar to original Pocket Camp, and I like that we are basically inundated with all of the premium currency we could ever want to be able to spend it on the monthly returning items that come up. I have not really had a use for the complete tickets, as I have been spending all of my Leaf tokens on things such as fortune cookies and, like I said, those returning items. That's not to say I don't think the complete tickets themselves are totally useless. I know people who have definitely gotten a lot of use out of those. However, I think I would rather just take my chances with some of the fortune cookies. There are some things though that I want to complain about. I still really miss the market boxes from original Pocket Camp. Whistle Pass, in my opinion, still seems pretty lifeless, with the other friends that we have on our list rotating out every day, so there's only about like 8 of them plus any animal companion that they may or may not have. They just stand there, occasionally moving from spot to spot or crowding around KK during a concert. Half the time when you talk to them, they don't even help you with the quarry. They tell you that they're busy and then you have to try again later, spamming them by tapping on them again and again and making sure that they finally say yes. Then you can go into the quarry and get that material that you want. I do like, however, how the mechanisms have changed for the quarry and the fortune cookies. I like that we're not limited to a specific time of day to go into the quarry and that we could go in whenever, and there's only 1 item per day instead of rotating out, so there would be 2 like there were in original Pocket Camp. I also like that the cookies refresh at the new day reset whenever that may be in your time zone. For me right now, in Eastern Daylight Time, the new day is at 2 o'clock in the morning. When we're in Eastern Standard Time, the new day reset is at 1 o'clock in the morning. I think because Japan doesn't observe daylight saving time, much like some other parts of America and other parts of the world, but that's neither here nor there. I am not a fan of how they are handling Happy Homeroom. For somebody like me and for other seasoned players, we may have completed the original classes or have been very close to it by the time Pocket Camp Complete came out. There are no new original classes coming out. There are also no new classes for fortune cookies or other premium items. Instead, once a month, Lottie will say that she has a challenge for you and you can do those challenge classes to get your rank up in Happy Homeroom. This also means that the gold tickets that you can redeem for extra Happy Homeroom class vouchers are, in my opinion, very useless, specifically for seasoned players like myself. I've been playing since original Pocket Camp launched in 2017. I would rather have terrain tickets instead of the Happy Homeroom vouchers. But again, I'm speaking from a place of somebody who has played since original Pocket Camp's launch. Yes, I missed a couple of years here and there when New Horizons came out, but overall I have clocked in a lot of time in the game and racked up quite a lot of Leaf tickets. However, now I have more Leaf tokens than I know what to do with. I do have a pretty good inventory of items from the original game. That doesn't mean that I have been stingy with my Leaf tokens, however, I feel like I also have, because I don't spend them all on fortune cookies. I mainly will spend them on like the timed reissue items or whatever we're calling those now. I do like the monotony of the events, and I do appreciate that the past events are repeating because a lot of them I missed out on during my hiatus around the time that New Horizons came out. For example, the flower event that Daisy May hosts where everything is vegetables. I love that. I had missed its original run. I had some of the items when they showed up in like a reissue thing, but I didn't actually get them firsthand from an event, and then I was able to play that event and get those items. It was a really good time. I do think there could be some improvements. Like I mentioned, with the lack of market box, I wish that Whistle Pass was more lifelike, and I am sad that Happy Homeroom has been reduced to a former shell of itself. Mainly, I want the market box back because I like those pearl oyster shells to give out to villagers, and I don't get a lot of them spawning on my beach. Before we wrap up here, I want to mention one more thing that I found to be very strange. I did play this game on my birthday. I went around and spoke to every camper at my campsite, and not one of them acknowledged that it was my birthday, whereas this was a thing that happened in the prior Pocket Camp game. I was a little disappointed since I never set up Pocket Camp Complete as a new game. I only imported from my original save. I don't know if it asks you for that information, and because this is offline, it's not doing like a date check to see what day it is. But then we have dialogue from them about Mother's Day and things like that. Let me know if this is something you guys experienced. I just found it was very odd. Let me know what you guys think down below about Pocket Camp Complete. Overall, I do think it's worth it. I also bought it during the time where it was on sale for half off. As of right now, it is at full price. That is $20 US or whatever that would be in your local currency. You can get it from the App Store or the Google Play Store, and you can transfer your data from your original Pocket Camp, and you can also back up your data to your Nintendo account. I recommend doing this. I do it every other day. I have like a reminder set, so that means that your data is going to be backed up, and if something happens to your device, you will not be lost. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to become a member, you can do that too. You gain early access to all my videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.